Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. We're joined by my handsome cat, Nemo. How are you doing, Nemo? Doing alright? Yeah, you're doing alright. And today we're going to talk about the Screen Rant article, because I just so love Screen Rant, right? Well, one would think because like, a good portion of the articles I read are from Screen Rant. And, apparently, Star Wars shows how Return of the Jedi's original Wookie plan would have worked. So that is interesting, and this has the first sentence does give us a spoiler warning for episode 6 of the Bad Batch season 2. So spoiler warning, there may be some spoilers to the Bad Batch season 2 if you guys haven't watched it. That said, let's give this a read. Warning, this post contains spoilers from Star Wars The Bad Batch season 2 episode 6. Star Wars just proved the potential of Wookiees had they been in Return of the Jedi rather than the Ewoks of Endor. The Ewoks may be extremely marketable. They were created to resemble cute teddy bears after all, and they have always been controversial due to their key role in helping the rebellion destroy the second Death Star. Audiences were essentially forced to suspend their collective disbelief that the small primitive species could hold their own against the might of the Empire. Well, there have been retroactive attempts to show how formidable Ewoks can be. Star Wars The Bad Batch has shown the Wookiees would have been far more believable as originally intended. Okay. So in Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, Clone Force 99 ventured to the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk after rescuing Gungi, a Wookiee Jedi Padawan who survived Order 66. Intending to take Gungi home to his own kind, the Bad Batch encountered a band of Trandoshans contracted with the Empire to hunt down the Wookiee population as they begun to subjugate the forest world. This led to Clone Force 99 and Gungi helping a Wookiee tribe repel the Imperials, mirroring the Ewoks' Battle of Endor on their forest moon. With a small native species help the rebels destroy the Death Star shield generator. So the Bad Batch proves how the Wookiees would have helped in Return of the Jedi like planned. So, in George Lucas' first draft of the original Star Wars movie, retroactively called A New Hope, there was a battle between the Empire and the Society of Wookiees, most likely on Kashyyyk, and Star Wars The Bad Batch had made the idea of reality. While the Wookiee warriors are very connected to nature, living in the trees and riding giant cat-like creatures known as Malaya, they still have technological prowess Ewoks never possessed. For example, Wookiees had their own energy weapons, called the bowcasters, while the Ewoks resorted to spears, slings, gliders, and a variety of booby traps made from trees and vines. That being said, the Bad Batch and Wookiees do make up their home turf advantage by luring the reptilian Trandoshans and stormtroopers into a nest of giant spiders known as Kinrath, which began picking them off one by one, including their Trandoshan commander, Venomer. The tactics make the parallels between Ewoks and Wookiees even more striking, proving Wookiees in Return of the Jedi would have made for a more believable band of warriors to help the rebels while still carrying the theme George Lucas was looking for, given the similarities to the furry Ewok tribes in the forest moon of Endor. Why George Lucas changed Wookiees in Why George Lucas changed Wookiees to Ewoks in Return of the Jedi? As the development continued of the first Star Wars movie, Lucas eventually opted to just have Chewbacca as a single Wookiee in the first Star Wars film and save his planned battle for later in the original trilogy. However, it was then decided that it would be confusing to have Wookiees as a primitive species in Return of the Jedi, considering Chewbacca's technological know-how as Han Solo co-pilot aboard the Millennium Falcon. I don't get how that would be confusing. Because, not all humans are technologically savvy. My mom isn't. But my brother and my father is. I'm in between. So, people would believe that. So, yeah, I think people would believe that. As such, it was as though a moment wouldn't be found until Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and a new episode of The Bad Batch. Ewoks were undoubtedly presented as an alternative new species with great amount of marketing potential. Hence, there are two made for its TV spin-offs and anime series. Likewise, the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special and its focus on the Wookiees probably didn't help their chances of being featured in Return of the Jedi either. At any rate, Star Wars had provided another entertaining look at what it might have been thanks to Star Wars The Bad Batch. Now, I say, the holiday special was a hot mess and probably hurt the chances of seeing Kashyyyk in Return of the Jedi. One of the few good things I will say about the holiday special is I like the set. The sets they used was never a bad thing for me for the holiday special, and I would have loved to have seen what they could have done with that in the original trilogy. Now we're never going to see that, of course, but still, would have loved to have seen that. But yeah, I think the Wookiees could have helped in the battle. Well, that's now the Battle of Endor. Probably would have been called the Battle of Kashyyyk back in the day, if they went with the whole Wookiee route. But I think that it could have worked. But happy we got the Ewoks, because then my Seamus the Hot Dog cosplay wouldn't exist. So I'm so happy we got Ewoks instead of Wookiees for that reason alone. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about with Seamus the Ewok or Seamus the Hot Dog, go to my swords. I do have some swords where I am in my Ewok Hot Dog cosplay. I know that those two doesn't go together, but I'm rolling with it. But yeah, I think it could have worked. I don't know, that's just me. But what do you beautiful people have to say about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I will talk to you fellow mutants later. Later, taters. And may the force be with us all.